Hey everybody, it's Morgan. I'm on Cyrene, and I've been trying out their harvesting setup that they've got. And if you're into that sort of thing, this is actually a pretty good place to come. Uh, Let me show you where I happen to be right now. This is Footwall Islands TP, right up here, sort of northeast of this, what I assume to be a PvP zone. And there's some islands up here, and they have a pretty good stand of trees. It's all over this place, and I believe there's some down here too. I was there, oh heck, a couple of days ago. It's kind of hard for me to remember. I'm not playing quite as regularly as I was before, and I'm old. I forget shit anyway. But anyhow, you're able to get a harvester in the trade terminal for, I believe, about 5 pet, and it's good for small trees only. What I'm using, I have a TerraTech PH2L, which the max wood size is large. I also have TerraTech PH3 Unlimited, which allows me to cut down huge trees. And so, since one is capable of doing large and one's capable of doing huge, and the trade terminal ones are strictly smalls, I only use them for what the max is for that particular harvester. So like for this one, this is the PH2, and so I'm just going for large trees. But let me try to get to an open spot here where we can see. There are trees just all over the place up here. And as you can see, when you scan around, they will say if they're large or small. Okay. That one right there is a small tree, because you can see that up there, but as you approach it, if you have the tool engaged, and that's the only way that you'll be able to see what size these things are, when you're within range, you'll see this thing here, and it'll identify it as a small tree. Sometimes you'll have a large and a small, or a, two smalls and a huge, and from a distance you really can't tell which is which. So it pays to get up close before you actually start to harvest. So anyway, I'm looking for larges and huges, and I had spotted one earlier, and there's one right over here, a large. So which one is it? Could be that one, could be that one. Let's see. It's that one right there. Let me bring up interface. Gonna enable my loot window here so that you can see what's coming up. I'm getting regular moonleaf boards and wood shavings, and with the pH2, unless it's a small tree, I'm not going to get any small boards out of a large tree. So that's one thing to keep in mind. There's another large over there. I like this. I have seen some areas all the areas have quite a few small trees, and if you want to go with the trade terminal tool, you're always going to be able to find something. But I've noticed that some of these areas have a few more of the larger ones than other areas. So I'm just running around here and kind of scanning with my mouse, or scanning with the little white dot on the screen there. And hoping to get a huge. And it's a good thing to check behind you after you've run through some trees, because the way these trees line up, you may or may not, there's a large one way over there. You may or may not be able to see a tree you're looking for because it's behind some others. Smalls. There's a large tree right there. Let me look back. The small. Where did I see that large tree? So it's beyond this. Let me look back just to make sure. There it is right there. Now, if you're trying to harvest some trees to be able to use the butt joint blueprint, there's a mission that asks you to craft so many of those, and they require small trees or short boards. And so if you have a level 2 or a level 3 harvester, you're not going to be able to get the short boards. So make sure that you have the appropriate harvester. I'm using the level 2 and level 3 partially because I want to get the larger boards because they can be used in crafting some furniture, but also because it allows me to spend a little more time in game. There's a large over there. And we'll check over here. It looks like there aren't very many trees out there, but some of that is misleading because like I said, these trees kind of shield one another, and so there may be all kinds of trees out there, but you're just not going to be able to see them because they line up, you know, behind the ones that aren't harvestable. So I wish I could find one of the huge ones just to show you. Small, large over there again. Let's there's a large one over that way too, so let me find this large one. Those are all smalls. Oop, there's a large one behind me. There it is. Now, where did we see that other large one over here? It looks like we may have another. So which tree is it? Well, it may be both of them. You're not going to be able to cut down a tree that is not harvestable, so. And this one isn't, but there's another one up ahead of us. I know there's one over toward the footbridge. So, and while we're doing this, we can scan. Oop. Small, small, small. I really don't want to run that way yet because I know I've got some over here. There's a large. Yeah, it can get confusing sometimes. As you're scanning, you'll see a flash of the size that you want, and let's get out here in the open a little bit. There's a large one right over there. So are there any more larges over here? Small. 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 Sometimes you can run right by a large one and not realize it. So large one dead ahead, and that might have been the footbridge that I was seeing initially. And don't be confused, because it says large tree and yet the tree is only that big, as opposed to that one right there, which could easily have been labeled as a small. So we're gonna whack this one down. And then let's look and see what I've got so far. I've got 5 ped worth of moonleaf boards. Moonleaf, the markup for the week is 102. For the month it's 111. But the long moonleaf boards, which you have to have at least a level 3 to get, the markup is around 200. And then I've got 3.3 ped of sawdust, and the markup on that, you know, it's a little over 100. But sometimes you can just go after these trees and harvest them on speculation, and just to be able to get the skills. So, which way do I want to go? I think I'm going to go across the footbridge, and we'll look for one more. Whoop, I looked away. So, while we've got an open spot, let's do a little bit of a scan. Large tree right over there somewhere. There's a large tree right in there. I thought I saw a large flash, but sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. So the easy one to find right now is, I believe, that one there. We'll find out when we get here. Yep, there's our confirmation. In the meantime, I'll look around here a little bit. Where did I see that other large? There's a large over here. Is it that one? Yes. And just like mobs, some of these things will cough up more boards than others. So that's all across the Let's get over here and open. We'll see what we've got. Small, 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 small. Oop, there's a large right over there. This will be our if we can find it, it will be our last tree. That looks like it might be it right there. So I've got 1 moonleaf board, 2 moonleaf boards, 3, 4, I got 4 boards and a bunch of sawdust. So anyway, if you're so inclined, if you want to get some skills that you might not be able to get, that was another board way over there, or another large tree. If you have the ped to spare, or if you have that daily mission, I think it's a daily mission for the butt joints, and you don't want to buy your stuff off of the auction, I'd suggest investing in a tool and just going out. Cyrene is just filthy with harvestable trees. So I'll let you guys go. This is Morgan Gecko, and I'm wishing that you do better than I do, which that's a low bar. You ought to be able to make it. So we'll check you guys later. Y'all be good. Bye.